Coffin is alive. I look at comic books new and old. Today I'm looking at an old comic book, X-Force number 26 by Marvel Comics. This came out in September of 1993. I picked this up because it's got Greg Capullo on the cover here. Pretty awesome cover. This new villain that was showing up around this time in this book called Rainfire. Along with the Mutant Liberation Front. I've always liked this team a lot. We got Reaper, Forearm, and Tempo. Pretty awesome cover here by Capullo. And I've done a review of X-Force number 25, the issue before this. That's the one with the hologram cover, the hologram card on the cover. Part of the Fatal Attraction storyline where Cable gets his metal ripped out of his body. That issue is actually drawn by Greg Capullo, but I found out upon opening this book that Capullo does not do the interiors on this one. So he's just on the cover. Like I said, pretty awesome cover. Great looking figure here of Rainfire. But we've got Matt Broome on the interiors of this issue. I guess kind of a fill-in artist here. I think he did this issue and the next like 2 or 3 issues of this book. Personally, I've never heard of Matt Broome. He's not an artist that ever gets talked about. I don't think he lasted too long in the comic book industry. It doesn't seem like it. I tried to do a little bit of research on him. It seems like he's working for Blizzard now as a creative art director there. Blizzard, the company that makes video games. So I know a lot of comic artists from the 90s kind of got their start in comics and moved into video games as that medium got, kind of exploded in the 2000s. So, but here he is. He's on the interiors on this X-Force issue, number 26. This has got to be one of his earliest works. Actually, it starts off pretty good. I like this first page. I like we get these faces of all the characters on X-Force here. Pretty good shot of a downed Cable trying to recover from getting all of his metal ripped out of his body by Magneto in the last issue. And, this artist, this might have been kind of a hard issue for this specific artist to draw because there's almost no action at all in this whole issue. It's all just the members of X-Force going through relationship problems and talking. So Farrell's trying to pretend like she doesn't care about Cable at all, and they're telling her, "We know you do." And in a funny bit, she says, "Can we just put a Slurpee dispenser in this thing or something?" And then Cable's arm shoots up, and he says, "It's all right. What flavor would you like?" So Fabian Nicieza is the writer here. He did a lot of writing for a lot of the X-Men titles during this time period. So, and he's a pretty solid writer. We get a lot of narration from Cable here as he's waking up and basically going through each team member throughout this book, explaining to us where they're at, how Cable sees them. Cable's kind of, going through something himself as he feels like he's kind of put all these kids in a bad position, and he's cared more about training them to be soldiers than worrying about their actual needs as human beings. So, and he's sending Cannonball and Sunspot off on a recon mission since they're the only 2 original team members of the New Mutants. They're going to go tell another previous member of the New Mutants that Illyana Magic had been killed. So this is right after she got killed. And Cannonball has a previous relationship, so he's kind of going through it too. He wants to take Boomer with him, but he can't because obviously he's been sent by Cable here, but he's explaining to her that, he's not going to die and he's an Eternal, and he says he'll make a deal with her. "I'll never let you die," which is kind of a weird thing to say, considering he's immortal and she's not, but that's the promise that he makes her. So, and then Richter, he kind of forcefully kisses Boomer after Cannonball leaves, and she's like, "Cut it out." He's like, "You used to want me to do that." And she's like, "Not now, Rick. I love Sam." And as she walks away, he says, "But does he love you?" So lots of drama in between the characters here on the X-Force. Lots of little love triangles between everybody. We see Shatterstar working out here. See, this is what I was talking about. I like to generally stay pretty positive on my channel and show off artwork that I like. But in this instance, there's definitely some panels in here that just don't look very good. Some pretty ugly looking faces, to be honest. So now this artist, Matt Broome, he's gotten a lot better over the years. So this is some early work, and it's a lot better than anything I could ever do for sure. So, but I just wanted to point out, you go from a Greg Capullo drawn issue to kind of an unskilled artist or an artist with not as much skill, and it's very noticeable here. So like some of these panels here just don't look very good. We've got Cable, he's got this huge like trapezius and neck here, a small head. This panel of Siren falling down looks kind of wonky too, and this Warpath face looks really weird. But she's drunk, and she's going around basically just trying to kiss all the boys because she's really horny. And she's going through a lot herself, and she's been taken over by the Shadow King, kind of driven to her lowest point. Siren's always going through stuff, so we learned that Warpath here's definitely got some feelings for her. He's trying to take care of her here, so again, some weird looking faces. This artist seems to have a lot of trouble kind of drawing faces from a side view. But like I said, not a lot of action in this book at all. It's all just characters standing around talking. So, and that's usually, you know, some of the hardest stuff for an artist to draw. So get this really, this shirt. I just can't get over this shirt. It's an X-Force shirt, right? But it says Force X, and the X is just terribly drawn. Really bad design on that shirt. And this face, just not a very good looking face there. This Shatterstar face, one of the, just one of the worst drawings in this book. So again, I just can't get over this shirt. Just such a horrible looking shirt, Cable. What are you doing? I hope they never sold those. This panel too, he looks like a giant ape. And kind of a stupid bit too, like Shatterstar, he watches TV by changing the channel like every 3 seconds, I guess, because he's from Mojo World, and I don't know, just whatever. I guess he's like attention deficit disorder, since he's like from the future. He's all about just like sports and watching TV. So then we kind of get the epilogue here as we get the Mutant Liberation Front getting broke out of jail by Rainfire. Got some like clouds swirling around here. I kind of like this panel actually. This guard's looking up at the clouds kind of swirling around, and the letters are making the thunder and lightning sound there. This panel here of this face looks totally different than everything else in this book. I gotta wonder if he was using some reference for this panel specifically. It looks like something out of some anime from around that time for sure. So we got the Mutant Liberation Front here, all the members. They're all chained up in jail. These pages actually look pretty good because we've got some kind of action going on here. You can kind of lay out the page. We've got the door. They're breaking in through the wall here. Got all the characters and Rainfire showing up. This is a pretty good page. Probably my favorite in the whole, this panel at least, of Rainfire coming down. Explaining himself to the Mutant Liberation Front as, I think this might be his first appearance, first full appearance at least. And he's explaining to them that he's going to be a different leader than Strife. So that's about it for this issue. I can't really recommend it. If you want to see some wonky artwork, check it out. Pretty awesome cover though. Like I said, I bought this for the cover and was kind of disappointed when I found out Greg Capullo is not on the interiors. So, but thanks for watching. I do post daily comic book reviews, so if you like videos like this, please subscribe and like, and I will see you guys on the next one.